What's up, YouTube? Today I got this 2014 Honda Odyssey. The customer's been complaining of extended cranking time, taking a long time to crank when the car and start when the car sits for a while. Now, I already scanned the engine. There's no check engine light, no misfires, nothing like that. And this is a notorious problem on cars with the drive-by-wire throttle bodies that don't use the throttle cable, because they're electronic. When carbon gets built up inside of there, it'll cause it to choke out and not breathe good. That's why when it sits for a long time, that carbon in there gets sticky and the throttle plate stays closed completely and it can't breathe. I'm going to show you how to clean this today to solve this problem. It's very simple. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so I continue to make videos like this to make your life easier. Let's do this. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is unplug this sensor right here and get that out of the way so we don't rip any wires out. I'm going to pull this pipe out of the throttle boot too. Squeeze that clamp while you do that. Alright, now we're going to take, you can use a Phillips head on this too, but these are kind of rounded off, so I'm going to use a 5mm. 5.5 millimeter. And we're going to get this boot out of our way, hoping it doesn't tear, because when they get old and brittle, which this one's still flexible, and if it's not flexible, you'd be prepared to put a new one on it, because they'll tear when you try to pull them off. Alright, I'm able to lean that out of my way enough to where we can get inside of there, y'all, without taking it completely off, because it's a you know what to get back on. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a rag, paper towel, whatever you got. I'm going to take a little bit of brake cleaner. I'm going to take a long extension, something equivalent, flat blade screwdriver. I'm going to take some brake parts cleaner or intake cleaner, whatever you have available. Alright, just going to spray that loose stuff off. Now for the stuff that's really deep in there, I'm going to just go inside there and wipe it out manually. Yeah, look how black that is. Get all that carbon out of there, restricting the airflow so this thing can breathe again. Alright, I'm going to wipe it off the bottom of the throttle plate too. Right there. Now, we're going to trap it. And we're going to do the top part too. Look how black that is. Look at all that nastiness. Just wipe around the whole surface where the throttle body makes contact. You got to get crazy with it. You'd be surprised, just a little bit goes a long way in getting this carbon out of there. That brake, or that can of brake cleaner, it's kind of low, so let me get a can with a little more in it. Yeah, this one's fuller. Now, I'm going to trap that open with my fingers. Just spray in there real good. Working it back and forth. Just like that. And the reason why I like to use brake cleaner instead of intake cleaner is because brake cleaner dries quicker. Because when I go to start this, it's probably going to hesitate a little bit until it burns out that brake cleaner, because it acts like a fuel source. So it's going to kind of act like it's obviously trying to flood the motor out. Push that back in there. Plug back our sensor so you don't set any check engine light. Tighten these clamps. Now, I'm not saying this is going to definitely fix your hard to start problem, but it's a good place to start, and it really costs nothing other than time and a little bit of brake cleaner you might have in your garage already. Now we're going to go in there and start this thing up. You going to put that back on yet? It's probably going to lag a little bit. That's normal. Give it a little gas, work the pedal back and forth. There we go. Burn that crap out of there. You might get a little bit of smoke. In this case, I didn't. But just give it a couple good snap throttles. Get that stuff burned out of there. So let's turn it off, start it back up. They fired right back up now that it burned all that crap out of there. Anyways, that's something that's good practice to do. I'd say probably about every maybe 50,000 miles, somewhere around there, or when it starts acting weird like it did. Not that time, that's because the fuel source I put in there had to burn out. But I didn't even really get it to do the symptoms she's complaining of, but I told her we'd start with that because it doesn't really cost a lot, and it has no engine codes. It's not running bad or nothing like that. So, and I've seen that cause that symptom a lot of times and won't set a check engine light. Anyways, I hope this video has been informative. Y'all please subscribe. Please check like down below. Y'all have a good day. Peace out, YouTube.